So the second half of tonight's chat, the second half of chat number 250, we are talking about 5 holiday eating sanity tips. So first question, how many Thanksgivings did you have this year? Did you have 1, 2, none? We had 3. So we had 3 Thanksgivings this year. One was at the facility where John's mother lives. One was with our daughter and son-in-law and the grandgirls. And one was today with my brother, sister, and their families. So we had 3. And the new personal point system allowed so many of us to enjoy the day without losing our sanity while eating many of the things that we would have felt guilty about eating on other plans. So there were years that I would have been like, plans. So some of the plans I would have been like, I don't know, I can't have that. I shouldn't have that. I just won't track. I won't try to track. So I tracked all 3 of them. So I had Susan said too many. The one today was the highest points because my sister makes absolutely fantastic foods. Everything has butter in it. So, and I ate what I wanted to. I ate the things that I can't get every day, that I can't get, during the week, and things that I will not make for myself and shouldn't make for myself. But this being on the personal points plan though, let me save some weeklies. I did use some of my activity points for today, and I used all of my weeklies today. So my weeklies are gone until it restarts on Tuesday. Gosh, I know it's just in a couple of days, but my weeklies are gone, my dailies are gone. But I saved some of those points and let some roll over. And I got I added a point for water, and I added a point, 1 or 2 points for some veggies. But anyway, so I found a way to add some of that back and enjoy the day. I wore jeans. We talked about this last week. So I wore jeans. They have a button. So I didn't have on my stretchy pants. And if y'all didn't see that video that Karen shared, you're going to have to go find it. But I didn't wear stretchy pants. I wore jeans so that I would know if I was getting uncomfortable. And then I used my, kind of my hand signals to know what size everything was, whether I was getting a quarter of a cup, a half a cup, or a cup. But I've been doing this long enough, I can pretty much eyeball it on a plate. I also chose one of the smaller plates. So that I would have to go back. I could get a small amount of, the things that I thought I wanted, and then I could go back for some more without overloading myself. Okay. Oh, I love this tea. So this is Tanya Ree's tea. If you happen to be here in Knoxville, Tanya Ree's is an herbalist here in Knoxville, and her tea is delicious. It is small batch, and we do have it here at Casey Kitchen Center, but I love her tea. It's so perfect because it's not old. I mean, it's like small batch. Okay, so Turkey Day is just the beginning, isn't it? So some of you said 1, 2, too many, 3. We had 3, but Turkey Day is really just the beginning. Okay, so we are sledding downhill fast. When I said an avalanche earlier, I was serious. So we are sledding downhill fast into Hanukkah, Festivus. Some of you celebrate Festivus. Christmas, Boxing Day, Kwanzaa, New Year's. There's even National Cookie Day this month and National Cupcake Day are this month. Really? Did we need National Cookie Day and National Cupcake Day with all of the other holidays? I don't think so. Our family, in the month of December, we celebrate Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas, Casey's birthday, Alyssa's birthday, their wedding anniversary, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. It's all in the same week. So 25th through the 1st, we have, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 things that we celebrate in 1 week. So we're doomed, right? Or are we? Or are we doomed? Okay, so let's talk about this. Here are 5 simple tips for keeping your holiday eating sane. So keeping that sanity. And this list is as much for me as it is for you, okay? So I sat down and put together a list of 5 things that I knew would be important to me, and I hope that they are important to you for keeping your sanity. The first sanity tip for holiday eating is #bulk it up. I really, really need to bring that sign from home or make a new sign or something, because some of you newer people haven't seen my #bulk it up sign that I have been saying for years. So I've been talking about bulking things up for years because that's how my mom ate, okay? So #bulk it up. What I want you to do for that, and what I'm going to do for myself, is I'm going to put my 5 favorite non-starchy vegetables, 0-point non-starchy vegetables, on a card, like on a note card or a Post-it note or something, and I want you to post it where you're most likely to search for food. And you know what I mean by search, okay? don't look at me like that. Don't look at me all innocent like that. You know what I mean for search. So, it happens, like one day, like a well-meaning salesperson, comes in and drops off those famous lemon cookies or those little mini bundt cakes that are, it's just one, it's just a little one. And you managed to avoid the break room all day. So you did great. You avoided the break room all day. But then when you get home, you start the search. So you start looking in the pantry, you look in the refrigerator, you look in the freezer. Where was that Snickers bar that I stuck in the back of the freezer 2 Halloweens ago and promised myself I wouldn't find? You start to search for all that, anything. So you're searching for anything that will replace that tiny cake that you thought about for the rest of the day. If you post your top five favorite, and you might not even have 5, if you only have 3 non-starchy 0-point vegetables that you like, then post 3. Yeah, and Marcia, I'm not a secret searcher. I'll do it in public. I will do it with people watching. But you know what I'm talking about. So post that somewhere and post it in the place that you are most likely to start searching. And the reason I want you to do that is it's going to remind you that this is just one season. It's just one season. We can do this. You can plan for a tiny cake later. So maybe you can, if you wanted one of the little tiny cakes, or if you thought that there was a lemon cookie left, or whatever it is that's going to be there, it's somewhere that you're going to go back to. It's easy if you leave it at somebody else's house, but if it's at work, or especially if it's at home, or if you're headed to somebody's house for things like this, you can plan for having something like that later, instead of giving into it that day. So, and don't go searching for it, a replacement for it when you get home. So post your 5 favorite non-starchy 0-point vegetables. So it's going to remind you about the season. It'll help you to save some points, some rollover points, in case you want to have, if you think, I'm not going to have the mini bundt cake today, but I'm going to eat these. And every time I eat, 2 cups of these, that's 2 points that I can save. I can add back 2 points to my day. Maybe I'll have some rollovers, and I'll use some of those rollovers, and maybe I'll save for one of the bundt cakes for Friday or for the end of the week, or maybe I'll split one with somebody, or I'll get something that I like better than the mini bundt cake or whatever it is the salesperson left. They're not that good anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and say I've had them. I've had all the flavors, and I'm just specifically talking about the mini bundt cakes, and I hope the mini bundt cake people aren't watching because they're just down the street. And the special lemon cookie people are just that way. But they're not that good. I mean, the mini bundt cakes, I've had every flavor. They're not that good. I've had other things that were better. Let's see. And you're so worth it. You took the time to make this little card or this reminder, this little post-it note or something, because you need to remind yourself of how awesome you are. So every time you see that list of 5 non-starchy favorite 0-point vegetables, you can say, you know what? Dang it, I am worth it. I am worth this. So I'm going to eat blah, 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 whatever it is. It might be cucumbers. It might be cabbage. It might be microgreens. That's like my new favorite non-starchy 0-point food is microgreens. And again, if you were in Knoxville, Little Row Farms, it's just Little Row Farms, and you can find them on Instagram or Facebook. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that's my new favorite 0-point non-starchy vegetable. Okay. Holiday sanity tip number 2, pass the salt. Really. I mean it. Pass it. Pass it. Pass it to someone else. Pass it to someone else, to the other end of the table. Maybe don't even buy it. Maybe don't even have it at your house, okay? So pass the salt. Keep it away from your stuff. You're going to have plenty of holiday foods that you are not in control of, You don't need to be adding any sodium yourself right now, okay? This is the worst time of year. I don't care if you have issues with sodium. I don't care if you've got I do care if you have high blood pressure. Okay, I do care. But if you have high blood pressure, if you've got any kind of medical issues that are exacerbated by, notice I used a big word, an awesome big word. Anyway, any medical issues that are exacerbated by salt or sodium or added sodium, if you have the slightest little sensitivity to MSG, anything like that, you don't need any extra sodium. I promise you what you're eating is going to have plenty of salt and sodium in it. So check labels on canned veggies. We had a girl that was working here at Casey Kitchen Center that, bless her heart, she was really, really struggling with her blood pressure and was going to have to go on medication. And I said, well, show me what you're eating. And she was like, I'm eating all these vegetables. And I picked up every can: green beans, sodium, carrots, salt, blah blah. You know, every vegetable that she was eating, every can had added salt to it. So she wasn't putting salt on anything. Like, she wasn't adding salt to anything, and she was so confused as to how she was getting all this, you know, how she was getting too much sodium. Watch for things like that. There is a chat on, there's a chat that includes things about hidden sodium and hidden sugars. Okay, so check all those labels. You can use other seasonings and keep it fresh and delicious. Like, I don't use salt at all. I like salt in my popcorn, and that's it, okay? And it already comes salted. But things like, you can use fresh herbs. You can use the DAC spices that I talk about all the time, and we have those on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com or KCKitchenCenter.com. But the DAC spices keeps the sodium low and it keeps the flavor high. And if you have a favorite low or no sodium seasoning, even if it is fresh herbs, if it's frozen herbs, if it's something like DAC spices, go ahead and comment below, because I promise you there will be people on this chat or who are watching it later who haven't even thought about that, had not even thought about finding a low or no sugar substitute. I know Carol Lou said canned veggies, but sometimes you just got to do it. You know, sometimes you have to do it. Okay, so past the salt was that one. Holiday Sanity tip number 3, reassess. Retake the assessment if you need to. I think now is a great time to retake the assessment. All of our eating is going to be different. So I don't know how you, okay, so Terry has 2 stents and uses Mrs. Dash instead of salt, but she does like pepper. Pepper's perfectly fine. That is awesome. Oh, and Debbie started pressure canning her own green beans. That is something I want to do next year. So do not get me off topic, Orlando Debbie, because I just found out that Alyssa and I get the garden spot next year, and I feel like her being 4 years old, we're going to make some significant progress this year. Okay, we're actually going to have vegetables this year. Anyway, don't get me started on the pressure canning, because I definitely want to start doing that. Okay, so take the assessment again. There are lots of different choices on there for reasons, and one of them says I'm on a seasonal diet. So I went ahead and retook my assessment for Thanksgiving, but I'm going to leave it on this one through the rest of the holidays. So when you take your assessment and begin at the beginning of your, so if you decide to do that, do it at the beginning of your week. So the beginning of my week is on a Tuesday. It's not a Sunday. So it's a Tuesday. So do it at the beginning of the week and at least finish it through that week, if not through the season. So try it, when you take that assessment again, try it for a whole week just to see how it goes. You cannot jump in and out of different assessments throughout the week. So like, that's kind of, it's cheating the system, because you would be, 20 points today and this 0-point list, and 30 points tomorrow and 14 the next day. And, you're playing it. You're playing the system, and it's not going to work. So try to do it for a week. If you're going to be having some, certain foods, maybe, okay, we have turkey, multiple times during the holidays, or we have fish, like fish is a big, feature with our family during the holidays, then choose that as your 0-point food, even though that may not be what you would choose all the time. So, and if there's going to be potatoes on the menu, maybe swap out potatoes. Maybe you had whole grain. Maybe you had the grains and beans as your 0-point food. Maybe swap out for potatoes right now. So I will personally be having more out of control meals this season. And so I added back in some 0-point foods that I know other people will make. And so some of those will be like chicken, turkey, potatoes, eggs. So I redid my assessment to include some of those foods, and then I left out things that the people who I love will not be adding in the food, like tofu and avocado. So I know for a fact, I'm 105% sure that I have no one left in my family who is going to prepare anything for me to eat that will include either tofu or avocados. So I have removed those from my 0-point food list right now. And I'm going to change back when I'm back in control of my eating, which will be after the holidays. So, and I'm okay with that. So instead of having 14 points a day and a huge 0-point list, I have 20 points a day right now. And my 0-point list is a little bit smaller, but that is okay. I'm just going to do it through the holidays. And I chose seasonal. I'm on a seasonal diet is why I retook my assessment. So I think that could be smart if you need to make some tweaks, for this holiday season. Okay, holiday sanity tip number 4. And I'm trying to watch my time because this one's long, okay? Let me just get a sip of my very good Tanya Ree's tea. Again, if you're here in Knoxville, she has a tea shop too on Broadway, or we carry her bagged teas, but let me just take a sip of this delicious tea. and my beautiful handmade mug. I'm going to also pause and say, wherever you are at, please try to support local businesses. I have on locally made earrings. I'm drinking out of a locally made mug. I'm drinking locally small batched tea. So please try to shop locally so that you support other small businesses. That is my little public service announcement. Okay, so let's get back to this. So holiday sanity tip number 4, color your world. And I really felt like Pocahontas. Is there a Pocahontas song? I feel like there's a song from Pocahontas that I should be singing right now. Can't think what it is, but color your world. So it's hard to think about colorful plates. We talked about this in the first half of the chat. It's hard to think about colorful plates in the wintertime. All the leaves are done. They've all changed color. They're all on the ground. They're waiting to be mulched now or swept up into strange circles around trees. I don't know why we do that, but I did it too. So all the leaves are down. The skies are gray. The hours are shorter. The days are shorter. They're not longer. But eating foods, eating more whole foods in an array of colors will keep your eyes happy. It makes your eyes happier when you're eating. Trust me, biscuits and gravy are good, but biscuits and gravy on a white plate is not anywhere near as delicious to your eyes as colorful as a colorful mix of foods on a plate. They're the best for your body also. Oh, it's the color. Yeah, the colors of the wind. Yeah, I knew. Okay, so Susan figured out the song. I'm not a good singer, but it's the color. I can't even sing it. The colors of the wind. So anyway, the colors of the food. Thank you, Susan. That's the Pocahontas song I was thinking about. So I don't know, having those colors is going to make your eyes happy. I think it'll make your mood better. They're better for you. You've always heard people say you should eat a colorful plate because those foods are better for you. Of course, it's going to make your plate fun and festive, depending on which colors you choose. And the nutrients found in a wide array of very colorful foods are absolutely the best for your body. Okay, the best for your body. And according to Shape.com. These colors, the following colors are the best for eating the rainbow, and they did make a point to say they're not talking about Skittles, okay? So when they talk about eating the rainbow on Shape.com, they are not talking about Skittles. Sorry. Okay, red. So red vegetables and fruit, so vegetables and fruit that are red contain lycopene, and it's actually enhanced through cooking. So things like roasted tomatoes, red peppers, things like that. The lycopene is actually released through cooking, or it's enhanced through cooking, which seems unusual because, you think of whole foods, best for you, whatever, you see all these things about eating raw food and eating, like the microgreens that I was talking about, things like that. And you think about eating them raw, but lycopene is actually best released when it's cooked. There are many flavonoids that are beneficial to prostate and breast health in red colored foods. So, so why not make some roasted tomatoes and red peppers? I mean, that would be super yummy and super pretty. And that would be a great way to get some red, fruits or vegetables in. Blue and purple foods are touted as the ultimate brain food color. So if you eat things that are blue and purple, those are the ultimate for brain food. So we have a family member, well, John is a family member who has dementia, Alzheimer's. And so we're starting to get a little more concerned about what we're putting in our body for our brains too. And John's mother's neurologist has developed, she's actually like super smart, okay? Super smart. And she has a clinic called Genesis Neurology. It's the Genesis Neurology Clinic. And she has a diet called the Mind Diet, and we do have a chat for that. So if you want to go back to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com or go to YouTube, search If You Have an Egg, and then search for the Mind Diet. We will talk about that in great detail. But she agrees that blue and purple vegetables and fruits, they are really they're brain food. I mean, they are food for your brain. Blueberries themselves are a tiny powerhouse of free radical fighting. They are free radical fighting superheroes that help with memory, they help with cognition, they help with depression, and they can protect you from environmental toxins. So like, the air that we breathe outside that we don't have a choice on, chemicals that are coming out of our carpet, things like that. Blueberries can help with that. So blueberries alone are a powerhouse. So if you don't add any other blue or purple vegetables or fruit, blueberries have got you covered, okay? But I mean, there's lots of other blue and purple. There's purple cabbage. I mean, there's lots of blue and purple things. Grapes, you can get dark colored grapes. So those are fantastic. Green, you can't go wrong nutritionally with foods that are green, okay? They're high in vitamin K. They're packed with potassium, and I'm going to attempt to say this word correctly, and isothiocyanates. Do I get a sticker? Did I say it correctly? Somebody please let me know. Isothiocyanates. I need to know if I said that correctly. But those cleanse your liver, and they may help protect against cancer. So, I mean, green is fantastic. So green is things like, you don't have to eat kale. Everybody thinks, oh, I have to eat kale if I'm going to have green. No, there's green cabbage, green beans, regular cabbage, lettuce, leaf lettuces, broccoli. There's all kinds of things. There are all kinds of things that are green. All kinds of foods that are green. Yellow and orange. So yellow and orange foods fortify your bones and teeth thanks to their vitamin C, potassium, and folic acid. Oh, yay! I got a yay for pronouncing that correctly. Hold on a second. Vicky, what do the numbers by our name mean now? What is that? Where? Hold on. Now you've got me curious. I don't know. Does anybody know what that means? So I see Vicky says 4, and it's it's 4, and it has a circle. Carol Lou has her badge there. Rita has, I don't know, is that how many comments you've made? I don't know. That's a good question, Vicky. I've never noticed that before. So if anybody knows, shout it out or put it in the comments below on Facebook Live if you know what the little circle with the number means. I have no idea. That's new to me. Okay, but yellow and orange again, it's got vitamin C, potassium, folic acid. Bonus, there is some information to back that these same vitamin-packed fruits and veggies can actually clear your skin and give you a natural glow from the inside. So I'll be trying that this winter, eating lots of yellow and orange vegetables. And then white, yes, white is a color too. Many white foods like cauliflower, bananas, celery, mushrooms, and even potatoes can add potassium and even fiber to your diet. So that's hilarious. Debbie says hers is in Spanish. I have no idea what that means. Okay, hold on. Trish says Daniela says it means how many badges you have on Facebook. And Trish says you can tap on the little symbols to see what they mean. Super cool. Okay, so I'll be checking that out later. Okay, but y'all pay attention because we're down to the wire here. We've got the last 5 minutes. Okay, so if you eat that rainbow of food, look at all this that you can do. Make your eyes happy, literally, visually, and you can make your eyes happy. You can make your liver happy. You can make your stomach happy. You can make all of your life systems happy. So that's another good reason to color your world. So I will 100% be going to find some blood oranges or some carrot. That's okay, Vicki. I was curious too. Or some carrot oranges because those are fantastically beautiful on a plate. Okay. And then holiday sanity tip number 5, be prepared. Be prepared. Okay. So, I'm personally not a big prepper. But the holiday season for me is unsurvivable without it. Okay. So for those of you who can plan, shop, and prep all of your meals for the week in one day, bravo, more power to you. That is not me. Okay. So it's not me. I'm just not there and I never will be. But these easy prep tips are going to keep me from getting bored. They're easy to grab and go. Like when I get home and it's dark and want something to eat. And they keep these short daylight days from getting me in the pantry searching for cereal or popcorn for dinner. Okay, the first thing again, hard-boiled eggs. I know I said it earlier, but hard-boiled eggs are a win-win-win for me. The entire group, chat, website, everything is called If You Have an Egg, You Have Hope. My leader, Gwen, has preached for years that if you have an egg in your refrigerator, that you have hope. You have hope of something. So hard-boiled eggs for me, again, I'll make them in the air fryer, and we do have a chat on how to do those in the air fryer, or you can go to ifyouhaveanegg.com and find that link to how to make them in the air fryer. Super, super simple. That's the only way I make them anymore. But I use them for, you can leave them in the shell for up to 7 days, but I use them as a snack. That's what I had for lunch Saturday. I just cracked them open and had 2 of them with some Dax seasoning. add them to a salad, because they're 0 points for me. So I add them to a salad, add them to another meal, or make egg salad or something like that. So they're literally the perfect food, okay? Eggs and blueberries are the perfect food. Not that you're gonna eat them together, but you might. Okay, in a bagged salad. So I'm big right now still on bagged salads. I'm still going across the street from, we're here at KC Kitchen Center at work. I'm still going across the street and getting a couple of bagged salads a week. They are higher in points, but then I'm adding my own things to them. So I might add a little bit more, some more greens to it. I'm adding microgreens to them. I'm adding an egg. I'm adding some grilled chicken, things like that. But I don't find soggy baby kale in the bottom of the refrigerator that I completely forgot about. I can make them last 2 to 3 meals depending on what I put with them. And I don't let them go to waste. So I'm finding those are a big help for me, especially through this holiday season. And if I'm going to eat, here at KC Kitchen Center, and then soup. So I know I've got like 2 minutes left, but listen to me. Do not go away yet. Okay. Soup. You cannot go wrong with a big slow cooker of soup, except when you've had it 3 days in a row. Okay. I love soup. I love pasta fagioli, copycat soup. I love white bean chicken chili. I can eat me some soup. I love soup. But when I've had it 3 days in a row, I'm like, that's it. That's all I can have. So use something like Super Cubes or something like that to go ahead and pre-divide them up. So I made white bean chicken chili this last week, and then I divided it up. I've got 2 cup Super Cubes, and these are on the KC Kitchen Center or If You Have an Egg website. I'm not showing you these to try and sell you these, although I would love if you bought some. Just saying. But to show you how easy this is. So look at that. I have 1 cup. This is 1 cup already portioned out of frozen white bean chicken chili. I've got 2 cup portions of white bean chicken chili. Once you take these out of the Super Cubes, you can pop them out and you can put them into a freezer bag, and you can store them flat. And write on the outside of them what they are. And if they have extra veggies in them that are going to add back a point, go ahead and write +1 or +2 or whatever it's going to be for your non-starchy veggies. So well, let me see. Look, I got fish sticks in the freezer, but oh, look, I've got a 2 cup portion of white bean chicken chili, and I'm going to add 2 points to this, +2 points to that. Perfect. You can store them flat, because you can put them in a freezer bag and store them flat. Perfect way to have soup ready to go. Perfect way to have it ready to go. Perfect way to have it already pre-portioned and know what you're going to get. And a perfect way for me not to get bored with having the same thing, over and over and over again, because I'm going to make a couple of different kinds of soup, have it in the freezer. And when I get home, I can just pull it out, pop it in the microwave or stick it in a pan, heat it up, and I'm good to go. So I hope you will take a few minutes to be prepared for the holidays, because they're coming. Whether you're ready or not, whether you prepared or not, they are coming, okay? The holidays are coming. So whatever holidays you celebrate, they are coming. Even if you don't celebrate any holidays, you're going to have a sales rep or a well-meaning mother-in-law or somebody who is going to bring some food that you were not ready for. Be ready, okay? So this will be posted on YouTube later. Oh, good. Carol Lou filters up today. So these will be posted on YouTube later. Casey, we should have these posted tomorrow. It's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. If you are watching this on YouTube, please let that next video go ahead and roll over. And Casey's going to have to tell me sometime if I'm pointing the right direction, because I don't know if it's this way or if it's this way. And Susan, I actually sell them. I sell them here at KC Kitchen Center. I'll try to remember to post a link to them later, but you can go to KC Kitchen, the letter K, the letter C, kitchencenter.com, or you can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and go to the shopping section, and you can find them there. And I'm not selling these because I'm trying to sell these. We sell these at KC Kitchen Center because they are fantastic. They're fantastic, and I wanted some too. But anyway, so if you're watching this later on YouTube, please let that next video or the next video, whichever direction it is, roll over. You can go ahead and subscribe down here and go ahead and click that button so you'll be notified the next time that a video comes out. Because remember, I think we have 3 or 4 of the short videos in the hopper. So Casey is ready to post those. And Dusty wanted to show you all his sweater. So even though he's pretending to be asleep, he wanted to show you all his Black Friday Christmas sweater. So look how handsome he looks with his new sweater. But you all have a great week. I can't wait to see what your plans are for your holiday sanity. But y'all have a great week, and Please go attend a workshop if you can and stay accountable, okay? Because this is just the beginning of the holidays. So y'all have a great week and I will see you next time. Good night.